Welcome back to my channel, lovely light seekers. This is Genevieve, the practical intuitive healer. Man, I said that opening really funny today, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep going. So today's video is about how to stop comparing yourself to others, or more specifically, how I stopped comparing myself to others. This is a really big issue that has been really near and not really dear to me. I mean, it's not dear to me that I've been comparing myself to others, but it's been very near to me in that comparison and perfectionism in my life has had a huge effect on my quality of life in the past and the way that I have related to others and to myself. So to give you some more background on me, I am a woman in my 30s, and obviously I'm a psychic, but from a very young age, I always felt like I was really different, that all the other kids had something figured out that I just didn't get. And I made a lot of assumptions and a lot of comparisons about what I was doing compared to what they were doing. And it led to some extremely low self-esteem and kind of like chronic uniqueness that that separated me from others. So as I got older, I ended up coping with feeling different and feeling isolated in a lot of different ways. Mostly through food. I had gained a ton of weight, mostly in like middle school, high school, although I think I was my biggest at around 20, 21 years old. So I had gained a ton of weight, was not very happy, and just kind of going through my life feeling like everyone had something that I just didn't. They had something figured out, they got stuff that I didn't get, everyone else was just luckier. I was just like always on the bottom of the pile, and I didn't know why. I felt like a total victim. So when I discovered and started owning and cultivating my psychic gifts, my spiritual gifts, I noticed it also helped change my perspective in terms of how I related to myself and other people. There were a lot of lessons in that, and it's been, you know, an ongoing sort of uncovering of the truth about myself and about others. So I just want to share a few of those lessons with you today and hopefully help you so that you don't have to learn the hard way, or maybe not the hard way. You don't have to learn the slow educational way like I did. So keep these things in mind. So the biggest thing that has really helped me to stop comparing myself to others is the knowing that absolutely everyone, every single person on this planet is struggling in some way. When I realized that, I felt a lot more free to just be myself, and my struggling and my difficulties in my life didn't feel so heavy on me, just because I realized I'm not the only one that suffers. Like literally everyone around me also suffers, maybe in a different way than I do, and maybe over different circumstances than I do. But as humans, there is a part of us that kind of is always going through these struggles with certain things, and it changes depending on the stage of our life and the phase of our life and whatever else it is. But there's usually always something that someone is grappling with at any point in time. That's not to say that everyone's unhappy or everyone is depressed and, you know, having major issues, because that's not the case. Not everyone is like that. But everyone is working on something. That might be a better word to say than struggling. Everyone's working on something. So I can't compare my insides of how I feel, my worries about myself and about my life, to what I see as like the shiny exterior that other people seem to have. That's really the basis of that. And luckily, that's become a big part of our awakening as a society recently. I've noticed is that a lot more people are talking about this. That one, social media is like a total show. It's pretty much totally fake. It's literally an opportunity for us to expand our identity online in a way that we cultivate, that we get to create ourselves. And of course, if we get to create it and promote it and show it to other people, of course, we're only going to show the best stuff. And yet, when we're on social media and we're scrolling through and looking at the lives of other people on Instagram and Facebook and whatever else it is, we just automatically assume and take for face value that what they are publishing on their Facebook or Instagram is a 100% accurate representation of their entire life today. And it's really not. And you know it's not, because you yourself know that when you're posting pictures and videos and even like statuses of what you're doing, or like the clever things that you think of and you want to share with other people, you know that that's just like a tiny fraction of what your day actually was like and what your life is actually like. Yeah, you just can't assume that the perfect pretty picture that people are posting on Instagram and online is an accurate representation of their life. So social media is the extreme version of comparing your insides and what you struggle with to someone's exterior. But even in just everyday life, that happens, where someone just walking down the street with their dog or whatever, like they're obviously going to look like a normal person. And it's easy for you to make so many assumptions about that person when you really have absolutely no idea what their life is like. For all you know, that person walking their dog just lost their other dog the night before, and now they're out with their dog and they're trying to process that, or they're worried about money and they're walking their dog and they're just ruminating and stewing over like their financial situation. You just have no idea what's going on in that person's life, and you might walk by them and make a quick judgment or assumption about them based on the clothing they're wearing or their hairstyle or their makeup or whatever. And it's not accurate. Your quick snapshot judgment of something that is about the way they look or their exterior is totally not representative of the life that they're actually living. So when I really understood that and I got that on a deep level, I instantly noticed that there was more lightness in my life. Because it's like we really think in this crazy ego way, like I'm the only one that has problems because everyone else seems to be walking their dog and having a great life and posting amazing pictures of weddings and stuff on Instagram, and I'm like over here just sad and by myself. And it's a total delusional construct that we create that separates us from others, that is not at all a reflection of the true reality of their lives or our own life. So if you can really start cultivating that in your life, of just every single person you see, whether it's a post they put on Facebook or Instagram, or it's just a person in their car, maybe it's someone who's driving a super nice car and you assume they must be so rich and have their life together and they have all the things you want. But whenever you see those people and you catch yourself in this moment of comparison and judgment, if you can just stop and think, I actually really wonder what that person's life is like. Like, what have they been through in their life? What have they struggled with? What are their deepest fears? And what are they actually proud of in their life that maybe goes beyond just like some stupid thing they post on Instagram or the car they're driving? And if you can kind of try to cultivate some gentleness and some sincere curiosity about what's really going on in the lives of other people, you will feel a lot better about yourself. And suddenly what you think are like huge, big, glaring defects and problems in your own life, you'll realize, oh, that's actually like fairly normal. Like the thing that I'm struggling with actually a lot of people struggle with, but it's just not widely talked about because all of us are so used to just, you know, talking about what's going well because we want to seem okay. The last thing that I have done that has really helped me to stop comparing myself to others is the realization that every single emotion I've felt, every single problem I've had, absolutely every circumstance I have ever faced in my life, someone else in this world has also faced that pretty much exact same circumstance, exact same feeling, exact same problem. That my life and my problems are not that unique. And even the stuff that's kind of does feel unique, like the stuff that feels like okay, especially if we are in, like, say, a small town or somewhere where there aren't a lot of people around us that are really like us, like say we're like the black sheep of the community and we dress differently and we act differently or we have a different sexual orientation or something like that. So you have grown to really feel like I am the only one who has ever felt this way because in your limited view of your community, you do look and feel like the person who is the most unique, and that no one could possibly relate to you because of your chronic uniqueness. But if you pull back and you look at the wider scope of all of humanity and all of time and all of the things that we as a human collective have been through, you are not alone. There is so much that you have experienced in your life that not just a few, but hundreds and hundreds of other people have also gone through. When you really sit with that and realize that you are not alone, you have problems in your life or you have some issues in your life, but that you're not the only one who's ever faced that issue. It's been faced and dealt with before by another human. You will find that you have a lot more compassion for yourself and for other people. And suddenly that need to compare and to judge others and to kind of perpetuate this chronic uniqueness that you use as your armor will suddenly kind of go away. Or at least maybe not go away, but it'll lessen a bit. And you'll be a little more curious and sincere in your interactions with other people. So that is what I have for you today in terms of how I stopped comparing myself to other people and how you might be able to stop comparing yourself to other people as well. This is a really huge topic and it's one that has really come to affect a lot of us, especially with the huge reliance on and development of social media and internet stuff. So it's a big issue for all of us. And so if you would like to see me make some more videos about how we can dive a little deeper in terms of not comparing ourselves to others and not feeling so alone and all that stuff, then let me know and we will keep talking about it. Thanks so much for watching my video today. I love sharing this journey with you through life and that I get to share information with you on this cool platform that is YouTube. If you would like to hear more from me, see more of my videos, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and leave me a comment to let me know what you thought of the video. Thanks so much.